Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Grace and I'm currently a junior at Hofstra University in New York. I'm majoring in early childhood and childhood education as well as political science. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about the most influential teacher that I had the opportunity to know. The person I'm going to describe to you is funny, kind, caring, approachable, knowledgeable, a good listener, and really just a friend. He is Mr. Maggio and he was my 12th grade AP/BC calculus teacher. He was one of the funniest teachers I ever had, and he did not hesitate to bring the fun into the classroom and anywhere else that he was. We would watch video clips that he found hilarious, and we would talk about TV shows and movies. He shared stories with us, and we shared stories with him. Mr. Maggio didn't only care about our math skills, he cared about each and every one of us as an individual, which is why the bond we had with him was so strong. He prepared us for the real world and wanted us to develop and strengthen certain skills in his class. Some of these skills included organization skills, time management, and social skills. Instead of him expecting us to come into class, give it our all, and leave, he gave us the exact same energy that we gave him. He shared stories about his life, and we shared stories about ours. Even when he had a family emergency, he still made sure that we were all doing okay and that we would be prepared for the AP exam that was nearing, even though that should have been the last thing on his mind. He always took the time to talk about his students and with his students. He knew the drama of who wasn't friends with who and who was dating who, because he cared and he really did take the time to listen. Whether it be during class time or outside of class, he made sure that we always knew that he was someone to support us. Outside of the classroom, Mr. Maggio was involved in so many aspects of the school. He was the yearbook club advisor, student council advisor, lunch monitor, and the list keeps going on, and he just kept trying to add things to his plate. Being at every school event, he really got to know each individual student and their interests. He was accessible to his students no matter what, and he always had extra help for us, even if we just came to chat, which I did plenty of times. Being one of the school yearbook editors, though, was one of the most beneficial experiences for me because I had the chance to talk to Mr. Maggio even more. He lent his ear and would let me gossip about my friends, the drama that was going on at the school, and anything else. And while keeping it professional, he lent his ear and would always give me advice when possible. He was really the person I would use to describe the good aspects of Plainedge High School. He was an amazing teacher and a great friend to all. Even my friends who didn't have him as a teacher wanted to be in his class because even though he seemed quite scary at times, he had the biggest heart even though he wouldn't necessarily admit it. Throughout my time in his class, he was writing a book, and he would spend so much time focusing on the book, but he never forgot about his students. The day he submitted the book, it was actually over the summer, and he sent the confirmation email from his editor to our class, and when I say we were all so proud, I truly mean it. We were his biggest fan club, and as the group chat name reflects, and he was ours. After the AP exam was complete, he took time to make sure we all de-stressed and could enjoy the rest of our senior year. As AP students, that hadn't been our main focus in a long time. The mentality was finish the test, get the grade we want to impress colleges, and then we could finally relax. He set up activities for us to do for the rest of the year, and he gave us choice so that we weren't forced into doing something that was supposed to be fun and relaxing that we really didn't want to participate in. My favorite thing we did as a class, though, was creating a video about our time in Mr. Maggio's class. We acted out different scenarios that had occurred throughout the school year, and the video reflected that it was a stressful year, but we were grateful to have gotten through the year with Mr. Maggio. Mr. Maggio touched my life and inspired me in more ways than I realized when I was in his classroom. During my senior year, I was set on becoming a lawyer and nothing else could stop me. Little did I know that once I hit my sophomore year of college, I would change my mind and be left to find something new to major in. My search didn't last long, though, because all I had to do was think about my experience in high school. I always knew Mr. Maggio was someone special, but I didn't really know that the way that he treated me and my classmates would influence me to pursue a career in education. I contemplated for a while becoming a high school math teacher like he is, but I realized that I would be better suited in an elementary school classroom. I never had a teacher in elementary school that cared about me as much as Mr. Maggio did in high school, so I really just want to become that sort of person for young students. He was truly a friend, and he made me feel so welcome and less overwhelmed during a year when tests seemed so important. I want to be for my students what Mr. Maggio was for me. I want to get to know each individual student in my classroom, and I want to make learning fun. I didn't realize it at the time, but those little stories he would tell and those little breaks he would give us were well-needed mental breaks that we all benefit from. He knew how to get his students interested in the class, and he definitely taught us a lot about calculus. While I don't know if I can be the teacher that he is, and I know that it's wishful thinking to believe I can inspire every single one of my students, even inspiring one student is a good enough start for me. The more I think about the ways that Mr. Maggio impacted my life, the more I realize that he impacted the lives of so many others, even if they haven't realized it yet. One of the movie clips that he always would play for us was Baby Steps from the movie What About Bob? And this is how I now see my life. We actually even recreated it during our class video.
What you're going to do is you're going to take small, reasonable steps to reach bigger goals.
So my life is a series of baby steps, working through my education and then my career, and as finally becoming a successful teacher. As I have now taken education courses for 2 semesters, I have realized that Mr. Maggio is everything a teacher is supposed to be and more. So Mr. Maggio, thank you for everything.